the time, how do I make these healing, body transforming foods like bone broth and cultured vegetables and beet kvass and kefir? And how do you actually do it and fit it into your busy lifestyle without spending hours in the kitchen? Well, today I'm going to show you how to make kefir. Why would you want to drink kefir? In Turkish, where it came from, it literally, kefir means feel good. This is a feel good drink. It is full of beneficial yeast and bacteria and vitamins and minerals and live enzymes. And the yeast and the beneficial bacteria that are in it are super unique and powerful, and they completely recolonize your inside microbiome, and they completely detoxifies your liver and your intestines, and it is great and amazing for your hair and your skin and your nails and your digestion, and which is the most important part of your health anyway. Most store-bought kefirs are awful. The probiotic content in them is actually very, very weak. Doesn't have the live enzymes if you were to use raw milk, and usually the milk quality in it is pretty sketchy, and they usually fill it with tons of extra sugar, which kind of defeats the purpose of drinking kefir in the first place. So today I'm going to show you how to make it. It is super ridiculously incredibly easy. All you're going to need is a source of milk. I use raw goat's milk. I know that's really hard to find, but if you can, that's awesome. If not, just use the best quality of milk you can find. And then you're going to need a starter culture. I use this one. It's Body Ecology starter culture. It's actually a powder. I've used grains in the past. You can totally use grains. I like this one because of the specific strains that are in it. They're very powerful, and I have just noticed the biggest difference using this culture. You can also use coconut water, which I'll show you in the future. And it's incredibly easy to make. This is how you make it. Step 1. I make it a quart at a time. So I just warm up a quart of milk on the stove till it's about 90 degrees, which is like skin temperature. You do not want it, you really don't want it super hot, and you don't want it super cold. So till it's about skin temperature. Then you just take the starter packet or culture or grains, and you just literally empty it all into the milk, and then just stir it till it's dissolved. Don't use metal, use wood. The metal actually harms the probiotics and the yeast that are in it, so you just stir it till it's dissolved. And then you just pour it in a glass container, mason jar. Oops, I'm making a mess. And you put a lid on it. You set it in a cool, dry place, and that's it. You let it sit at room temperature for 18 to 48 hours. After that, it's ready to drink. You'll know it's ready when it's thickened up a little bit and it tastes a little bit sour. And then all you do to make the next batch, super easy, just get another jar. You take about 6 tablespoons per quart of kefir and put it in a jar, just a little bit from this batch. And then you take more of your milk, and you just pour it over, and then you just take it, and then you just let it sit again, and that's it. That's how you make kefir. Okay, so kefir FAQs, frequently asked questions. How do you use it? How do you drink it? I like to put it in smoothies. I like to just drink it plain. A lot of people don't like that, so you can blend it with berries and stevia or put it in smoothies. How I fit it into my lifestyle is in the morning. I start it in the morning, and I put some of it in my smoothie, and then I just pour a little bit in the next jar to make the next batch. That's it. 2 days later, I just keep doing it. It's just a continuous cycle, and it's so fast and easy, and that's all I do with that. Now, 2 things that affect kefir the most is temperature and time you ferment it. Okay, so the temperature, you want it to be at about 70 to 73 degrees is the best if you can, if your house is like that. If your house is a lot colder, it's going to take longer. If your house is a lot hotter, it's going to go fast. So you're going to kind of have to experiment with how long you let it ferment for. In the summer, sometimes it went way too fast for me, and it actually started to separate. So you just really have to play around with timing of when you do it. And super simple. Thank you for joining us.